Well, the divisions and we saw in the new survey that for NewsNation, done by our friends at Decision Desk HQ, Americans are pretty united behind Israel. But when you see stuff like that, you understand how untenable the position of the equivalizers, the people who say, well, you know, it's complicated, one on both sides. When you hear that, it becomes much harder for the anti-Israel faction to maintain their position. And I think this is, while terrible to hear, good news for the Israelis because it makes it plain, it makes it bare.
And especially as we're starting to vote on this funding on the Hill, whether in the House and the Senate and with the president, I mean, I do think it's very helpful. But I think that there's also as many emotions on the pro-Israel side as there are on the other side. And that's why who knows how long this conflict's going to last.
Well, what does the U.S. do about its two-state position, two-party state position in that region? It makes it more difficult. The rhetoric, whatever side, makes it more difficult to implement that. Or is it even achievable at this point? And will this war change what our position is, given the angst on both sides and the ability to bomb one another, if you will?
Julia?
What's remarkable is that a lot of the rhetoric seen in that video has been picked up by a lot of, some activists here in the United States, a number of activists. I don't want to generalize. There are lots of protesters who support Palestinian liberation, who are peaceful, who are not anti-Semitic. However, over the past week, particularly on college campuses in big cities, we have heard violent language towards the Jewish population, and it's only intensifying at this point.
All right, well, now on up to Capitol Hill and the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, trying to make his first big deal. A standalone emergency aid package to Israel is expected to be voted on at some point here this week. And the Speaker is trying to pay for it by cutting IRS funding. That's upset some Democrats. And today he got some unwelcome news because the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates that the plan would actually raise the national deficit by approximately $12.5 billion. Julia, I think about like in baseball when the top prospect gets called up, right, and he's on the pitcher's mound for the first time, throws the best curveball he's ever thrown, it gets smacked for a double, and they say, welcome to the show.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the show that I'm looking forward to is how you have someone like Mitch McConnell and Speaker Johnson, two Republicans who don't really know each other by most accounts. They're getting to know each other over this, kerfuffle over foreign policy, what this is going to be like. Speaker Johnson is learning, and he has a big learning curve, how to appease the many factions in the Republican Party in the House conference. And this is being reflected here in terms of foreign policy.
Just the optics on this whole conditional support for Israel by taking money from the IRS, which basically would help protect the rich, it's just a bad first pitch to throw, if you will, as a speaker. It makes absolutely no sense, and it seems to politicize what's going on in the Middle East between Hamas and Israel. Israel is most important to our ally there, and yet the Republicans seem to be willing to play politics with it.
Here's what Mike Johnson, though, said. He said, I'm not surprised at all. Only in Washington, when you cut spending, do they call it an increase in the deficit. Does it make no sense, or was he on the right track here?
Well, it does, but I'm sure who knows how the CBO works. I mean, it's a black box, as everyone knows. But, I mean, I'm sure it's because they're saying that they won't collect as much money as they would under the rich. So, I mean, it does kind of make sense. However, this was one of the main things that House Republicans ran on, was cutting, this IRS funding. And so Republicans hate it. I'm not saying it was...
They cut a deal with Biden 9 months ago.
I understand that.
Through McCarthy
did, which is why he's out right now.
He's the old boss. He was the old boss. What are you talking about?
But my point is, I think that's why the Speaker did this. But I think more fundamentally, I don't think that he gets... I don't know if you get a package that contains both Israel and Ukraine funding together through the House. So yeah, I actually think it's going to be separated.
Okay, so the way that he won the speakership, and you heard his speech when he announced after he was declaring victory, we're going to let the House work its will. We're going to let the process work out. We're going to let these committees work. And if you're a normie or a super MAGA or whatever, you're like, yeah, okay, we can live with that.
Makes sense.
Here's the problem. When you walk in the door, what's the first thing that you've got to do? You've got emergency funding stacked up like planes over the runway at Reagan going down the Potomac. And after he does this, there's going to be a continuing resolution next month. There's Ukraine funding, as you allude to. There's all this stuff that's got to get done this year, and you can't work that stuff through a regular order. So what he's going to say is, okay, I know how I said we were going to be cool. We're not going to be cool. I'm actually going to jam you on this stuff. But then next year, I promise we're going to be nice.
Welcome to the show moment, right? Like,
Exactly.
I'm going to go fastball, curveball, changeup, and then you actually have to step on the mound and throw the pitch. And the first pitch he threw,
Meat.
yeah, like.
Kevin McCarthy's probably smiling.
You think so? Like Kevin McCarthy back there, like told you so.
So what's going to change, though? You go through that process. You go through your scenario, right? And at the end, does he survive, or do we just have a continuing dysfunctional House of Representatives?
Well,
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.